being bad at something doesn't mean that you're bad. It just means that you're inexperienced, that you haven't taken the reps yet. You haven't gone through the different steps to become good at that thing. So if you've started a new thing, or if you're trying something new and you're like, oh, why does it suck? Why do I suck? And you feel like, am I gonna even become good at this? Will I even get better? Am I always gonna feel this way? That is a normal part of starting something new, of doing the reps. And it takes time to get to the next stage. But also, to get to the next stage, you don't want to rush the journey and the lessons you want to learn, the fundamentals that you want to learn from the beginning, from when you're not so good at something. Being in that not so good stage is actually a great way to start. It's a place where you can play, you can have fun, you can learn, and you can gain the necessary skills to move up to the next level. Level 1, everyone starts at level 0. Let's be honest. And to get to the next level, to the next step, it takes time. You have to build yourself up, and everyone's pace is different. So knowing that and being able to digest that pill and be like, okay, it's not easy and I know I can get through this. Sometimes the way you look at that dictates how you're able to get yourself to the next level. If you're somebody that feels like or has a negative perspective on the thing that you're getting new at or that you're going through, oftentimes that drags you along the way to what you're trying to learn, what you're trying to get good at. But if you're someone who learns that, okay, I get it, I understand that this is something I'm not going to be so good at, but I'm here to learn, I'm here to get good at this, and one day I'm going to feel like I'm kind of gotten to the next level. Um, those two different perspectives are important, but I kind of want to talk a little bit more about taking those steps, going through those reps, and how it feels. And sometimes it's just not easy, like, to be honest. Sometimes the hard seasons that you're in, the times when everything just feels like it's so hard, like, how am I gonna ever get through this? Like, when am I ever going to be good enough? How come no one really knows me at this? Or whatever it is, whether you're trying to build a business, or maybe you're trying to find the right relationship for yourself, or maybe you want to move someplace, or maybe you want to become the best in your industry. The person who that you might think, or who that is at the leaderboard, they've most likely taken 10 times, 20 times, 30 times more reps than you have. And knowing that just means that you have more reps. You have more chances to get up there. When I was younger, I played softball with my older sister. And I was probably the worst person on the team. I got hit a lot. Just was I was less experienced than everyone else. And I wasn't that good. Everyone was so much better than me, and I would get laughed at for the way that I would play because I just didn't have all the skills, and I was pretty little. So all the girls were bigger than me, stronger than me, faster than me, and I was just trying to get up there, trying to at least feel like I'm competing with the older girls. And one very thing that I've learned from that is that it's okay to surround yourself and be in a place where you are the worst person, that you don't know as much as everyone else, that you have a lot to learn, but being in a sea of people who are more experienced can be an advantage. Like, my advantage was that I can work and I can outwork the people around me. I can watch and learn and practice the skills to get to the next level. And eventually, I was on the batting lineup. I was in the field more than some other girls who, and I eventually got to that place, but it took me some time to get there, to get the experience, to be trusted by the coaches, to know that I was someone that could be relied on. And even though that was in my younger years, it's the same thing is true now. Anytime I'm new at something, or if I'm trying to learn, anytime I'm trying to learn something, do something new, I have to remind myself that it's not going to be great. It's not going to be pretty. And I'm probably gonna have, it's probably going to take some time to get to that next level. It's not about time as in like, this is going to take years, months, whatever, but time as in like, how much effort am I putting into this thing? That dictates my outcome. Like, I can't do something once a week, once every other day, once a month, and expect to be amazing or expect to see progress. But if I'm doing something every single day and I'm practicing every single day, then eventually I'm going to see some progress. I'm going to be able to see myself improve and grow. The same thing with you. If you are trying to do something new, give yourself grace and know that, hey, I'm going to put this much effort into it to see these results. The more energy you put into that, the more you'll be able to see results or where you want to be. That also doesn't mean that you can rush the process. Sometimes you feel like if you do so much more, if you go faster, maybe this will mean that I'll be so much better. But sometimes in life and reality, like our bodies, our mind, the world, the universe, everything needs to be aligned. And there's something magical about perfect timing. And sometimes it feels like this out of the world thing, something not in our control. And most of the time, like, we can only control so much. But that doesn't mean you put less effort because it feels like it's never achievable. But know that you can control so much that you can control, but don't get discouraged by the fact that sometimes in life you have to give yourself more patience, but that doesn't mean you let up on the gas, or that you stop trying or stop putting in the practice day by day. I'm just scrolling through some notes that I had here because I kind of got a little off track, but not really. I just wanted to make sure I'm touching the right points that I want to. Something that I think is also important to note when you're trying something new or you're trying to put in the reps, experience that you've had in a different field, maybe it's related or not, that doesn't matter, but don't discount the experience you've had from previous things in life, because those are also other building blocks into something new. Like, for instance, in a career, if you're either shifting careers or maybe you're trying to move up into a new level, sometimes know that the experience that you've had can bring you into the new thing. For example, like, I played sports, or I played softball for many years. And the lessons that I learned from being an athlete was something that I've had to learn, relearn, and be reminded in life later. And those same lessons have also been a building block for my life, the characters the characters, for the person that I've become in life, in relationships, in careers, different jobs, different experiences. Every different experience I've had has been able to help me build this new life or continue this life that I want. And I think sometimes we think that we don't have enough experience, and sometimes there's nuances within the lessons that you've learned that can bring you into that new season of your life. Another thing I wanted to touch on is, I know there's only so much that you can control, but I watched this video from Ed Milet today. It came up on my feed, and he said something along the lines, I'm probably going to butcher it a little bit, but the energy that you're bringing to the new challenges that you're facing, the problems that you have in your life. And my takeaway from that is, it's so true that if you are somebody who wants to build a life that you are proud of, it's going to take a lot of energy to bring yourself through those different seasons and the challenges that you're going to face. For instance, if you have an issue with maybe an employee, and whether that is, if it's a bad issue, how you handle and manage those people who are either working for you, contracted from you, or people who are interacting with you. The energy that you bring into those interactions is so key and vital. I kind of mentioned this in the beginning, but being someone who is lower energy and like, oh, I don't really know if this is gonna work out. Like, I don't know. Like, put your shoulders back, take a deep breath, and have some confidence. Like, know that you're gonna actually get through this. The challenges might be this big, but guess what? My dreams are bigger, and I'm gonna get through this. You know, it might not feel okay and that amazing, because a lot of things are going to pull your energy. You're going to be faced with many things. But learning how to keep your energy up, and sometimes you're going to have to say no to things so that you can have enough energy to get through this season. But I think that point of being someone who brings the right energy to the challenges that you face is so important. Like, every day is not easy, especially when I'm building my business and the career that I want, the life that I want. There's some days that I feel like, am I doing this right? Am I making the right decisions? And then other days where things are flowing, things feel like they're just going so good. And the times when I feel like I'm struggling, I have to remind myself, I gotta dig a little bit deeper. I gotta bring my energy up. I know that I'm gonna make it through, even with these hard seasons. Whatever you decide to do with your life, whatever decision you make, career, relationship, any of those things, there will be challenges. I don't think whatever you do, you can't rub a genie in. No genie could take away these challenges that you're gonna face in life, and that's okay. I think if you're someone who thinks that life is going to be perfect, I don't know, you're going to face life a lot harder if you think it's going to feel and be like that. I think instead your goal should be, who can I become to face those challenges in life? Who do I have to be able to overcome and know that this is not the end all be all? Like, I know I can go through these challenges. Can you be someone that says, I know this is hard, this is challenging, and life is not going to be easy, but today I can make the decision to say, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to dig a little bit deeper. I'm going to dig a little bit deeper, and I'm going to get through this. And having that perspective on life, going through lessons that have taught me stuff like this, have been so helpful, because I've learned to face life and know that whatever comes my way, whatever thing I have to go through, I can get through it. Like, there's nothing in this life that I can't get through, I can't do. Like, I think to become that type of person, you have to have gone through or take enough risk in life to know that that's possible. And I just want to leave with this. How are you showing up to every single rep? Every single day, how are you showing up to show yourself and check the boxes in your life and give yourself the yeses that bring you to that next thing in your life? Like, day by day, every single day, you can go at it and be someone who's like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna work out. It's like so hard, it's so challenging, it is what it is. But if you're someone who's like, hey, I'm gonna show up, I don't care how hard it is, but I'm gonna be the person that makes it through. Deciding that is another step, another building block into building the character and the life that you want, that you dream of. Yeah, that's kind of what was on my heart today. Life is not easy, but I know that if you're someone who really wants the life of your dreams, you can get through it. You can build it step by step, day by day. It's not gonna be easy, but you definitely can do this.